Yo, a motherfucker from the NYC.
Brought up here in the Bronx and transported here to Los Angeles. Tupac Shakur's life was documented in his lyrics. It was brash, it was colourful, it was positive, it was violent, it was riddled with as many contradictions as it was bullets.
I'm a motherfucking G until the day it all ends.
His parting shot came on September '96 in a 12-bullet barrage on the streets of Las Vegas. But hidden in the lyrics of his posthumous releases are messages that imply he's not quite dead and gone.
I only live for the street life, baby.
He's one of the most famous rap stars on this planet.
A combination of good looks, amazing talent, charisma, acting talent.
You'd hear a record and you know, oh, that's Tupac.
Well, not in this programme. We're not allowed to play you any Tupac, so you'll just have to use your imagination.
The most influential rapper of hip-hop of all time.
Very flamboyant, very camera savvy.
He was a very pretty boy rapper. He was the best looking rapper.
Just, you know, completely eye-catching.
He emceed from the heart. It wasn't something that he went out to do for the money or the fame. It was something he loved doing.
He always spoke about his experiences, and a lot of those experiences were really harsh.
Tupac's talk about ghettos, guns and gangs backfired on him when he was shot in November 1994. He checked himself out of hospital less than 3 hours after surgery.
You get shot 5 times in your body, you must be someone tough or must be someone lucky to not die from it.
Shot so bad that he lost a testicle. Not a good thing.
Tupac may have escaped death, but he couldn't beat the rap. In February 1995, he was jailed for 4.5 years on sexual abuse charges. After just 8 months in jail, swapping his prison handcuffs for a golden handcuffs deal, Tupac was made an offer he couldn't refuse by Death Row Records boss and gangland don Suge Knight.
Suge Knight bailed him out of prison for, I don't know how much it was, $1.5 million.
He promised Suge Knight that he'd make Death Row a multi-million-dollar organisation on his own back.
And then so he came out of prison hard and bitter and twisted after whatever experiences had gone on with Bubba in the next cell. I'm not saying anything more than that.
Tupac's debut for Death Row Records was the triumphant All Eyez On Me, a massive 27-track double album. His collaborations with the likes of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg proved a formula for unparalleled success. After working zealously on his next release, Tupac flew to Las Vegas to watch his friend Mike Tyson box.
Tupac had attended the Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was with Suge Knight and all the Death Row entourage. They'd all left the MGM Grand. Tupac was on his way to Club 662 with Suge Knight. I think they'd made it about 5 minutes down the strip.
And then this mysterious white car pulls up alongside them.
Started unloading shells onto Tupac's side. Tupac had tried to crawl into the back seat, which left his side exposed, which is why he got the bullet wounds in his ribs and his lungs, which caused internal fatal damage to him.
Tupac takes all the hits. Suge Knight breaks a fingernail. How does that work?
Suge claims that he was hit, but it only grazed his head. Both Suge and Pac were taken to the hospital, and of course Pac ended up in a coma.
Gangster rap star Tupac Shakur underwent a third operation last night to correct internal complications stemming from the drive-by shooting. He remains in the intensive care unit at University Medical Center in Las Vegas.
Tupac lay in hospital, seriously injured, but on Friday the 13th of September 1996, on the 7th day after the drive-by shooting,
rap artist Tupac Shakur has succumbed to bullet wounds and died at the age of 25.
When people first heard, they thought, he's been shot, oh, he'll be all right, because he'd been shot 5 times before.
Nobody believed it. People were like wanting to see his body.
Within hours of his death, Tupac's body was released to his mother and cremated almost immediately. Questions surrounding his shooting and hasty cremation soon arose.
How is it possible that a white car can just disappear? I mean, there were so many people there. And because it was a fight night, police presence was upped to the nth degree. So how is it possible that this white car could just get away? It's very strange.
Rumours regarding Tupac's death ricocheted around the internet like stray bullets, fueled by the rapid release of the single I Ain't Mad At Ya shortly after his death.
One of the last videos he shot was of him being an angel, talking to one of his boys and telling them to kind of chill out and, you know, reconsider life and not be so angry. That spurred everybody into thinking, wow, he's made a video and he's an angel and he's kind of talking to himself. And, you know, that made everybody wonder whether he knew he was going to die or whether he planned it or not. And it's just kind of spiraled on from that.
Just 2 short months after his death, Tupac's first posthumous album was released, called Machiavelli the Don Columinati, The 7-Day Theory.
When he was in jail, he read the writings of an Italian strategist.
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli advocated that in order to escape your enemies, you should fake your death.
The best way to fool your enemies is to fake your own death.
Under his alias of Machiavelli, he talks in the past tense, which is something that he never did before. And it was almost as if he had already died or he was preparing to die.
Supposition and speculation fueled rumours that there were hidden messages on the album, most of them centred around the number 7.
Oh, there's so many instances of the number 7.
Obviously, we've got the 7-day theory. 7, the number 7.
One of the first things is Tupac was shot on September 7th. He died on the 7th day, which was Friday the 13th.
12 bullets were fired. 5 of them hit Tupac. 12 minus 5 is 7.
His recorded time of death was 4:03, and 4 plus 0 plus 3 equals 7.
What a load of rubbish. I was eating baked beans on toast the morning that Tupac was killed. And there were 7 beans left over on my toast. I dropped 5 of them on the floor, and there were 2 green peas on the floor that had fallen out of the bin from the night before. 5 beans plus 2 peas equals 7.
People say that if you fake your death, it is illegal. But if you're gone for 7 years, after 7 years, they can't prosecute you. So if he waited the right amount of time, he could come back.
I will eat my hat. Live on national TV. I will eat my hat.
Adding fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories was the identity of the mysterious Simon executive producer credit on the Machiavelli album.
Right, the exec producer of the album, usually, because it was Death Row, it was usually Suge Knight. But it was Simon this time. Who was Simon? Simon
Was, in biblical reference, the person who helped Jesus carry his cross. He was also the first person to witness Jesus Christ's resurrection after his crucifixion. So, is it possible that Suge Knight, who we know was the producer on the album, is he going to be the first one to see him resurrect?
More signs from the Machiavelli album as Tupac was fast becoming hip-hop's Lazarus. If you're into anagrams, this should be right up your street.
You take the album title, which is Machiavelli, the Don Columinati, the 7-Day Theory, and you rearrange the letters. This is what you get. Okay, on the, which is T-H-A, not the T-H-E. Okay, on the 7th, you, which is the letter U, think I'm dead, yet I'm really alive. And you can try this yourself. It's actually true.
I think people need to get jobs, need to get a life, have children.
What about Biggie? Why isn't anybody coming out with all these theories for Biggie?
Despite the signs on the album, something altogether more shocking was being circulated on the internet.
Unfortunately, there is a picture which is allegedly Tupac in a morgue. The person's face is turned away from the camera.
Something as gruesome as that, it actually shows clearly that it is him. All his tattoos are there.
You know, Tupac had identifying tattoos. You see the tattoos, but you can't really see the face. Sort of makes people wonder, is that really him?
It's a bit far-fetched, the fact that he is still alive and all this could have been an elaborate setup. It would have taken a lot of money, a lot of people to be involved in this. The Las Vegas police, for one, the whole of the Death Row Records camp, the media.
When you realise that you're selling multi-million-dollar albums, wouldn't you come back and go, hey, it was all a joke after all. Look at me. I'm healed. I just thought I need a rest, you know. I'm back. Thanks for buying all my records, and now I'm going to make some more. Thank you. Come on. Who wouldn't come back?
I think people hang on to the idea that Tupac is alive because, you know, he was a very spectacular artist.
He wanted people to talk about him for years and years and years to come, like they do with Elvis.
Tupac has become the Black Elvis.
It's like Elvis. You have this persona who just won't die, regardless of whether he's really dead or not.
He's like, you know, one of a kind. It's like, you know, a folk hero in black music.
He'll just keep growing in the eyes and the hearts of the public.
He wanted people to think, yeah, I changed my name to Machiavelli. I want people to think that I faked my death if I do die one day, because they will never stop talking about me. And that's something that's happened. Nobody will ever stop talking about him.
He's dead. And if he isn't, he can slap my face.
Anything is possible in the world of Tupac Shakur.